Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. We've been talking a lot about Warzone 2 over the past couple of months or so. Obviously, we got the initial reveal that Warzone 2 was going to be a thing not too long ago, and since then, the leaks and the rumors have just been popping up left and right every single week. That said, despite all the leaks and rumors so far, there's also a ton that we still do not know about this game and things that we won't know about this game for quite some time. And that said, today I wanted to break down what I think is going to make or break Warzone 2, essentially going over my general wish list for this game and what I think it needs to truly improve upon the Warzone experience that we've had ever since March 10th, 2020 when Warzone 1 dropped. So as we go through it all today, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it, would be seriously appreciated. And if you're new here or if you have not already subscribed, every day I got you covered with all things going on in COD. So feel free to hit that sub button and turn on those post notifications. And also right now, all weekend long, my G Fuel discount code WhosImmortal is boosted to get you 30% off your entire order. So if you want to grab anything at all from the G Fuel site, now is quite literally the best time to do so. Link will be down in the description below. So like I said, we're going to be breaking down all the things that I think Warzone 2 needs to really, make a wave in the gaming community, if you will, and improve upon Warzone 1. I'm sure I'm not going to list every single thing that every one of you wants to see in this game. So by all means, as we're going through this list today, if there's additional things that you think of that could help Warzone 2 be a really great game, drop them in the comments below. You never know who from Call of Duty or Activision or Raven could be watching this video and interacting with those comments. But first up, this is a very basic one that we should have had in Warzone now for quite some time. Full gameplay features across all platforms. We're talking things like FOV sliders and things like remappable keybinds for controller and keyboard and mouse. Obviously, the big one here, that FOV slider only available on PC. It's a huge problem and a huge advantage that PC players have over console players. And we've had so many different rumors over the course of the years saying, hey, it's going to be coming to console, and it just never did. And it sucks as a console player if you don't have that FOV option available, because it is a significant disadvantage. So that is 110% something that needs to be in Warzone 2. I fully believe it will be in Warzone 2 because it's being built off the same engine that Modern Warfare 2 is being built off of, and that's going to have an FOV slider for all consoles, just like Cold War and Vanguard have. So no excuses this time around if it's not there. Remappable keybinds is sort of a smaller one, but keyboard and mouse players obviously get the benefit of being able to remap any button to whatever action. Controller players are limited with the general options the game gives you. It'd be really cool to have remappable keybinds for controller players. Moving forward, I think they would be a big upgrade. On top of that, we need crossplay options for all platforms. I don't think there needs to be forced crossplay. If the game is good and there's 100 million players on it, everyone on every platform should be able to find lobbies just fine with good connections. PC to PC, console to console, console to PC. It should all be open to whatever you want to play. If you're on console and you want to play PC players, go for crossplay. But if you're on console and you only want to play other console players, that should be an option as well. It would also help out with cheating in certain situations. Obviously, cheating on console is not nearly as big of a problem as it is on PC. So there should be crossplay options available for all platforms. Again, that seems like a no-brainer sort of feature. Of course, we're going to see a new big map with Warzone 2 that's already been confirmed. We don't know the exact details there, but I do think, just like what we have now with, Warzone Core Battle Royale being on Caldera and then Rebirth being a thing as well, we need one big map, we need one small map for the Resurgence rule set and the normal Battle Royale rule set, just to offer in some variety. In addition to that, I also think there needs to be map rotations for both sizes of maps. The big map, there could be two options, whether it is, Verdansk and a new one, Caldera and the new one. It could be Rebirth Island and a new small map. I feel like map rotations is sort of essential to battle royales now, just to keep things feeling fresh. Apex does it really, really well in my opinion. And I do think Call of Duty and Warzone could benefit from that as well. I also think the community should be more involved in certain things that we get to experience in game, especially when it comes to modes. A few times in the past, they let us choose which modes we want to see on a given weekend. They'll do a little community poll. Hey, do you want to see buyback solos return or BR quads 200, this, that, or whatever other LTM? I'd love to see more community voted LTMs and modes make their way into the playlist rotations, because for certain seasons, the playlist can be pretty stagnant. It's like 3 weeks of doing the same thing, and then you go back to the mode we had before that, and it's just sort of a rinse and repeat cycle. Next up, something I'll never truly understand why they removed it: universal camos. And I'm not talking like the end all be all mastery camos for the game Damascus, Atomic, Dark Matter, whatever. camos that we can buy in the store that are, you know, placeable on all weapons, not just a blueprint. There's so many cool blueprints out there, like that have a sick looking camo. Oh, I can use this bar blueprint that looks awesome, but I can only use this camo on the bar. I feel like they would make so much more money if they gave us the option to buy camos and put them on every single gun we wanted to, on top of selling blueprints, which I don't think those will ever go away. But universal camos is something they took away a few CODs back, and I'll never get that because they were a huge draw. Next up, something I just want to see continued into Warzone 2 is the 300 health option. I do think Iron Trials is a nice LTM to have here and there, but just that base 300 health I do think is the sweet spot between casual players still being able to compete, but also good players not just getting fried by a player who maybe gets sort of a freebie kill just because there's no time to react with 250 HP. 300 health really does feel, like I said, that sweet spot, so I'd love to see that continue. Sort of, I guess, piggybacking off of that, I said Iron Trials is a cool LTM for the 400 HP, but also a ranked mode needs to be in this game. Skill-based matchmaking is sort of an issue that I think everyone kind of has with this game, just because it's not consistent and there's easy ways to break it, unfortunately. A ranked mode, though, where you can play competitively for an actual tangible reward, that'd be a perfect place to have 400 health to make things, you know, just ultra competitive. They've said that they've wanted to do a ranked mode for quite some time, and I do think it's going to happen in Warzone 2, but regardless, it is still on my wish list because, especially me, I'm a super competitive person. If you follow me on Twitter, you see I'm constantly tweeting about sports and how my teams are never as good as I want them to be. But a ranked mode for me would be a fantastic place to have increased health, but also actually promote competitive play for a reason, rather than just to game people for money and, engagement-based matchmaking, stuff like that. Also, if there is a ranked mode, or even if there's not a ranked mode, the Warzone servers need some work. I really do truly hope and wish that they would invest in better servers. The tick rates are not great. The hit reg, we all feel this, whether you're on 10 ping or 70 ping or 200 ping, sometimes it just feels like you're shooting ghost bullets because the hit reg is just not consistent and it's not good. That's because the servers really aren't phenomenal. I do wish they would invest in better servers all around, just to help out the general gameplay experience for everyone. Speaking of gameplay experience, it's hard to have a fantastic gameplay experience when there's still frequent cheaters. The anti-cheat still needs several improvements. That said, if you think that the anti-cheat is not doing its job, I have to severely disagree with you. You can ask any pro player, any creator, any streamer, if they are running into more cheaters back on Verdansk or now, and they're going to say Verdansk every single time. The anti-cheat is doing its job somewhat. There are cheaters getting banned, and there are definitely less frequent cheaters in the game, but it's still not a great solution to the problem that is still very, very noticeable. There are still tons of cheaters, just not as many as before, which is, I guess, sort of a testament to how many people were cheating on Warzone in the past, because it was just so frequent back on Verdansk. Obviously, though, over time, the anti-cheat is getting better, so that's sort of something that's going to happen regardless. It is going to improve with basically every single update, and I imagine it'll improve quite a bit with a brand new game on a brand new engine and all the stuff that Warzone 2 is going to bring. Now, the last two things I got on my list are a little bit more, I guess, niche to maybe my liking. I want more meaningful events personally. We've seen several Warzone events over the course of time now: the Nuke event, the Halloween event, the Krampus event, Operation Monarch most recently, and some of the events are really, really cool. Like the Halloween event for Modern Warfare, hands down the best event we've ever had. That was awesome. The End of Verdansk event, that was really cool. The Cold War reveal event, I really enjoyed that, you know, running to the stadium with all the voiceovers and everything. That was really awesome. Some other events, though, have been kind of disappointing, and I think we can all sort of agree on the fact that none of the events, even as cool as like things like the Halloween one were, none of it's really lived up to the standard that games like Fortnite have set, because their events are just so next level and over the top. I'd love to see Call of Duty really try and compete with something on that scale. I don't know if they can, technologically speaking, if their engine is capable of doing things that Fortnite can do on, I believe, Unreal Engine. I think that's what Fortnite runs off of. I could be totally wrong with that. Regardless, I would love to see some more meaningful events, and also ones that have more of a lasting impact on game. We have Titans running around the map right now. I want to see things crushed. I want to see POIs ruined and new things being built up because of that. I think that'd be really cool. And then lastly, calling back to MW 2019's era of Warzone again, I want to see intel missions return. back during MW 2019 Warzone, every other week we'd get new intel missions teasing the story for us that ultimately led up to like the final story trailer that revealed that Soap is going to be coming to Warzone and everything. And obviously he's going to be a character in MW2 and Warzone 2, but those intel missions were awesome. Going in every week, having to find the little secrets hidden around Verdansk, going and interacting with certain things, figuring out those mysteries and piecing it all together. I loved that. It is, I will admit, a very niche thing. Most casual players don't care at all about finding some, you know, coins on the map that have ghosts on them because it's going to give them a little audio cue or it's going to unlock a trailer or a calling card for them. But just for the lore and the sake of having something unique and fresh to do in the game frequently for players that want to do that, I really enjoyed that, and I really do hope that returns. That said, though, that is my current wish list for Warzone 2. That to me is what's going to make or break the game, in my opinion. If you include even half the things on this list, I feel like the game is going to have a ton of potential. However, if some of these things are just straight up ignored, I am going to be a little concerned. I don't think that it'd be impossible for them to improve over time, obviously, but just for launching a brand new Warzone after, you know, almost 3 years of feedback by the time it probably drops, I do have relatively high expectations and hope to see several of these things included in it. That said, that is going to wrap things up for today. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. Would be seriously appreciated. And if you're new here or if you have not already subscribed, you already know every day I got you covered with all things going on in COD, news, updates, loadouts, tips. You'll find it all right here. So feel free to subscribe with those notifications turned on. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy. Have an awesome rest of your day. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.